We back again with the internet's favorite ghetto show, first of the month show. All right.
Slum afternoon to the gods and goddess, slum night, slum morning, whatever time we decide to drop this. Just be thankful.
Yep, of course.
We still here like your first and the 15th check. You
Always.
don't call DSS mad.
Always.
Don't be mad at me.
Nope. Don't be mad at him. Don't call no one for delivery. All right, because we always deliver. Don't call FedEx, UPS, and if you use DHL, well, you was already gone. You was already fucked up.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment,
You know what I'm
subscribe.
saying? We here every first and the 15th, man. It's the first of the month show.
Yes, with a whole bunch of enjoyable reaction clips to give you on top of that. Not only do you get these weird, funny stories and concepts that we talk about and we think of, but we also give y'all the reactions that y'all want and deserve. And also, if you guys want us to react to something specific, don't be afraid to reach out. You know, hit us up on the Instagram. All right, we have the email for us all in the YouTube. Like, subscribe to that. Make sure to subscribe to that, or even comment it down below. You know, that's always good for great engagement.
Yeah,
we always
and
need
if you're watching this, hit that notification bell because we actually been loading the clip up just to empty it on y'all. If you think that we just, been just chilling, we haven't. We got a lot of reactions. So after this one drops, after this episode, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm in love. The reactions coming. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And if you talk slick, we're going to beat your ass on camera and then react to our reaction of your reaction of
getting
us.
beat.
Of getting beat.
Of getting beat.
Of getting beat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Chris,
Pay your taxes.
You know, I just wanted to lead off with a little surprise topic.
Oh, yeah.
You know
What's
saying?
up? What's up?
So,
Please.
cinema mucus. Cinema mucus. You know, if anybody's watching, you know what I'm saying, one thing about Mr. Mucus is he keeps a list of movies that I want to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I keep a long list of the classics and all that. Ever since Chris and Steve got on me about, thinking Spider-Man 3 was a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to go back and revisit the cinema.
Funny enough, me and Steve just had this argument with Steve N. We just shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boyos in the chat. Shout out to the HO. We HO crew, man. Always and forever. Always coming in with the most relevant of topics. But we just argued about how bad of a movie that was.
What was he saying?
Oh, well, Steven, his whole thing is that it was it was good because of the Venom. The Venom, he was like, it's nostalgic, you know? But I'm like, bro, they had Topher Grace as fucking Venom. No, we're not doing that. We're not getting George or Eric Foreman. No, Eric Foreman is not gonna be Venom. No,
I'm gonna shoot Stevenson bail.
Yeah,
because it's like the movie fucking sucks when I really rethought about it.
Yes,
but at the time, he's thinking about it from when we saw it.
Oh yes, no, he says it as a nostalgia thing. He definitely, and I'll give him that as a nostalgic thing. Yeah, but when you actually watch it, you're kind of cringing. I don't know if you've watched it recently.
No.
Watch it recently. Once you get to that dance scene where that nigga
I remember that. I thought that was cringe even when
I was just like, oh no. I was like, the black suit is doing this? So wait a minute. You know what I found funny, right? I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm like, I find it funny that this white boy finally gets rhythm when he got a black suit on.
Yo, I didn't even put that together. Yo, Spider-Man might have needed Venom, son. That nigga was a better man when he had Venom. He got his bitch back and all that. Like,
Facts.
this nigga, you know what I mean?
Facts.
Spider-Man 3 was a funny night for me. That was like one of the nights where, like, you know, I had a real young, like, teenage moment. Like, you know, the movies is where when you were a teenager, you used to meet up with girls because that was one of the places that you could be unattended and you didn't have to let your parent or guardian know that you were going to chill with girls. You would just say, yo, I want to go to the movie night with the homies, and then have the girls meet you there.
Yep, exactly.
So we go through this whole thing where we go to a whole different movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that, they're like, yo, we're sneaking into Spider-Man 3. So I'm like, yo, my grandma coming to pick us up. Dave, like, you know, shout out Aki. He's like, yo, turn your phone off. Fuck it. We're just gonna go. I'm so fucking thirsty that we go to see Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
And left my grandma outside circling for 2 hours.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
She was fucking tight. And then I was grounded.
Wait. So she was outside waiting?
Yeah, because I told her, yo, the movie will be over at 9.
So...
And then I just turned... And the movie I went to go see was over at 9.
Yeah.
But then I turned my phone off and went into Spider-Man 3 with the bitches.
Oh, wow.
And she was just circling for 2 hours. I know she's probably watching this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Stupid ass decision. Now as a parent, I understand that that's fucking terrifying. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. No, hold on. I love grandma, but waiting for a teenager for a movie is a stupid fucking decision. I don't care.
No. She dropped me off.
Yeah.
The movie that we went to go see started at 7.
Oh, so she came back.
She came back to pick me up at 9. I went to a whole other movie. I didn't come out till 11 o'clock.
Oh, you're wildin'.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, you're wildin'.
And then Dave got mad at me because I think we were supposed to do something the next day. I think we were supposed to follow up with said women. Yeah. And then he was like, yo, all of this is your fault because all you had to do was tell your grandma that we were staying late.
Wait,
I'm like, you told me to turn my phone off. He's like, you listened?
You can't. No.
Love you, Ak, but that was fucking
that
crazy.
That was all bad. That was all bad.
I was chilling this weekend, you know what I'm saying, getting my hair done and shit.
Okay.
And I was going through HBO. Yeah. And, you know, I was with Shorty, so I'm like, you know, HBO has a lot of classics that only niggas that are trying to get in the cinema are into. Like, she's not gonna want to watch fucking Doctor Strange with me. Like, I mean, what was it? Doctor Strange Love. She's not gonna want to watch fucking 2001.
She don't want to watch fucking Citizen Kane, nigga.
Yeah, she don't want to watch Citizen Kane. So I'm going through. I'm like, where do we find this middle ground to where I'm not watching like fucking something stupid, but at the same time it's something enjoyable. So let me guess.
She picked 13 going on 30.
No, I didn't let her pick. We've decided I picked the good movies. You know what I'm saying? Even though she wasn't in the Once Upon a Time in America. But that's another story for another time. But I'm like, okay, this movie wasn't on the cinematics list, but it was still like one of those movies that was referenced a lot as in pop culture.
Yeah.
I picked Risky Business with Tom Cruise. Have you seen Risky Business?
Yes.
So you've seen Risky Business?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so to our viewers that either don't have a parent that was born in fucking 1960, which makes you alive in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, or born in the 80s, or to our young viewers, whoever hasn't seen Risky Business, it's basically Tom Cruise is in the fucking 80s. He's a teenager. He's in high school, right? And his parents leave him the crib for the week. It's like a fucking
real Ferris Bueller kind of movie.
I'm like, every 80s movie kind of has this
premise. That same, you're right about that.
So there's a lot of things I found funny about this movie, and I just wanted to bring it up on you. You know what I mean? So first things first, this guy that he's with, he's always telling him, yo, you need to take a couple more risks, yada 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 yada. So he talks him into calling a prostitute. So here's the first thing that was funny. I do remember these ads in newspapers from being in the city.
Yeah.
But the fact that niggas ain't have Backpage or Eros or anything that back in the day, and they literally had to order a prostitute from the back of a newspaper and didn't get to see what she looked like till she got there, is fucking terrifying.
I'm not gonna lie, and you know what's funny that you mentioned that? Like, we live in such a privileged age, right? Because it was terrifying even in like the early 2000s with the internet because of Craigslist. Like, because that's how a lot of people used to meet on what was it? Seeking
Casual Encounters.
Casual Encounters, yes. And
allegedly, I've heard.
Exactly. we were too young for that. We were way too young for that. But yeah, man, it's some scary shit.
Scary fucking shit.
That's some scary shit.
But you know what was like the level of security then? I guess it took a little bit more to get your ad.
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely needed more than just a Twitter.
Yeah, you needed more than just a Twitter.
So an affiliate link.
His man calls a prostitute, hangs up on her. She shows up that night, happens to be a trans woman, and it's hilarious because I'm like, all right, first off, here we go. 80s trans jokes were still like. Not just acceptable, but like a gut punching joke. It's like,
definitely.
I'm just watching like this is business as usual. You call an escort, a tranny usually shows up. Like transsexual. They saying tranny's a bad word. Excuse me. I'm from the fucking ghetto in the 90s. 2000s, whatever. Transsexual woman shows up. So that was already standing out to me like, wow, like, you know, this won't happen again. But after that, he calls another escort up who actually shows up.
Yes.
He sleeps with her. And he wakes up in the morning and she needs $300.
Okay. And he needs an STD test.
He tries to run out and get the goddamn money, right? Which he does, but by the time he comes back, she's stolen something valuable.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? He goes looking for her. The pimp is there to beat her up. And she leaves with him. You know, and she's like, yo, help me. He's like, I need my shit back. So she's like, all right. Yep. And then it starts becoming the most realistic movie ever. So he brings her back. There's a pimp chasing him.
Yep.
He gets her back. He's like, where's my shit? She's like, all I need is to get into my house. I'm waiting for someone to pick up the phone and I can get your shit. This is every woman ever, right? That has ever been in that field. You know what I mean? That doesn't charge you. Then after that, she then turns the nigga's house into a fucking brothel.
Yep.
and just keeps holding him hostage. She's stealing his car. She's doing all this shit, and she just won't fucking leave. And the whole premise of the movie is that this escort won't leave the goddamn house.
Yep.
And it led me to a topic because I'm like, not only is that hella relatable.
Yes.
But Chris,
what's up, man?
What's the worst overstay of a welcome any woman has ever given you? Could be a prostitute, could be a fucking girl, could be whatever. Just goodness. You can't get rid of her. What has it been?
Oh my goodness. I just got to college, and I just turned 18. I just turned 18, and back then I've always been a person that's been on the interwebs, like in a very like fast capacity. So when other niggas just started using Reddit, I've been on Reddit. I've been on all these other weird apps and shit. So when I was 18, I was messing with this fat chick. She was like 20.
Do that drop again, because this is a great drop.
All right. When I was 18, I was messing with this fat chick. She was this fat Spanish chick, 26. I forget what her name was. This is a long time ago, obviously. And I had messed around with her, and I had fucked her in her apartment. And this is crazy, right? This is crazy once I say this, right? So I fucked her once, and you know, I'm young, but you know, as a young man, you need this type of experience. Sometimes you just need to get it out your system. And I'd messed around with her once. It wasn't that good, and I wanted to leave. Now, back then, and when I was 18, I was very skinny. So this big fat chick, like, she straddles me, like she gets on top of me, and she's like, "Please don't go." And like, now normally at this point in my life, I mush homegirl out of the way and get up, but I'm 18 and I don't understand exactly the complexities of you know, shit, get out of my way, bitch. Like, like I don't understand.
You ain't get your stiff arm down.
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't develop that level, so I didn't really know how to deny a woman. So even though I was uncomfortable and I wanted to leave that crib, I'm like, you know what? Let me just. I looked at my dick. I was like, yo, bro, you're just gonna have to tough this out. All right, you're gonna have to tough this out. All right, not really for me, you know, for her, you know, whatever. And I think that was like actually the first time that I lied about coming. Weirdly enough, yeah, that was the first time I lied.
Orgasms.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hell yeah, I do. What?
I've never faked an orgasm.
Listen. Listen, I've been in these streets, buddy. I've been out.
You know what's so funny is I could already, this nigga, man. Yeah. This, I know you got a lot of stories. I could already think of a worse time I've witnessed you go through.
Yeah. What? Which one?
Like the time you brought a girl back to your Airbnb and then she was there the next morning.
Oh,
I spent one night on this nigga couch, bro, because I had a crib to go to. Miami.
My god!
But I'm like, yo, it's 3 a.m. I don't want to wake everybody up. I'm gonna just crash at these niggas' house, bro. Why am I'm on their couch? I just hear a loud ass knock on the door. I'm like, who the fuck knows they stay here?
Yeah.
I'm like, they found us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The fence finally.
Yo, I opened the door. It's this nigga's girl from the day before. And she's just pouring shots for me. She started just put alcohol to my lips, made me drink it. I'm like, yo, shorty, yo, what the fuck
Facts.
is going on?
I woke up. This is Miami, so we're on vacation. We were drunk the entire time, pretty much. I'm naked in my bed, like, and I literally just wake up to a obviously intoxicated white woman laying on my, like, she's laying on my bed, and she's like, hey.
Yeah, because she and I were drinking for like 30 minutes before you woke you up. I'm like, well, fuck, you already got me drinking at 9 o'clock in the fucking morning. I might as well go shot for shot with you. And that was the day I shot my first morning motivation, too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, very aquatic.
Yeah, very aquatic. So this nigga, man, I know you got like 4 or 5 more in the tuck.
I have so many stories in terms of which women just go out of their way to make me uncomfortable.
Yo, I had one... prostitute overstay her welcome, and I wasn't paying for her. I was I was doing business with her.
Yeah,
you know, we were making some money.
Yeah, and you see that hair? All right, he's making money. All right.
Nah, this is a funny story. I gotta go into detail on this one. So, all right.
Thinking about how this looks.
Yeah, no, yeah. Logistics of it. Like, how do I?
Listen, I was a mini pimp.
This woman made me her pimp.
Wow.
Like, you know how some dudes are like, yo, I'm gonna be a pimp, I'm gonna do all
this. Yeah,
this
like
stuff.
It's a deliberate decision.
Yeah, it wasn't like that at all.
It's funny only because it's like, listen, a lot of people think that the relationship between a trick, and the pimp is just like abusive. But there's actually a lot of trust
the
in
pimp
there.
in the
Oh yeah, the pimp and the working woman. The working woman. Yes.
Yes. Oh, say that again. I'm sorry, I missed the last.
But yes, no. A lot
this
of
nigga call me a trick.
Yeah. No, a lot of people think that there is a seemingly abusive relationship when it comes to the working chick and the pimp, and there's a lot of actual trust in this and to keep this operation going.
Can I really tell you what the relationship dynamic is like? It's really like a father-daughter one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's really like it's
a guidance.
It's a guidance.
Yeah, it's a guidance one.
It's a guidance one, and it's really it's pretty direct parallel to daddy issues and having a pimp.
Definitely.
Because women don't really choose a man just because they want to give a man some money. They choose a man that knows how to handle credit cards, knows how to drive, how to make them get in the shower,
how to lead,
and how to make sure they don't do too many drugs. So it's like, this is so funny how this happened. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to her. Like, no disrespect to her if she's listening. So I was shooting a music video. That's why I say I got to give this full story. So I was shooting a music video back in the day. And speaking of risky business, I couldn't find a model. It wasn't like now where everything's on Instagram. You can search
Twitter,
hashtag model, etc., etc.
Definitely.
I literally had to go to Backpage to look for women that are even in the field of stripping or any of that type of thing. I swear to God. Well, this was my thinking at the time. I'm like 18, 19-year-old independent artist. I had a girlfriend at the time, right? So it wasn't anything funny style going on. I'm like, yo, look, I call her up. I had just got co-signed by Jadakiss, so I'm like, listen, I'm a Jadakiss co-signed artist. You know, I'm doing this music video. I led with that. Like, do you like D-Block? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I want you to be a part of this music video. I'll give you X amount. I'll pay you whatever your hour rate is.
Yeah.
I'll pay you.
Yeah, definitely.
So she's like, okay, cool. Now, mind you, I'm under 21. I started having trouble getting the hotel room.
Yes.
So I explained to her, yo, listen, I'm having trouble getting a hotel. I don't know if the shoot's going to go down. She's like, yo, we could use my hotel. So I'm like, oh, this chick is really cool. She's like, all right, pull up to this place, the La Quinta in Elmsford. Yep. I pull up to the La Quinta, right?
Yep.
I call her. I say, hey, I got the whole video shoot here ready to go.
Definitely.
She says, I'm not there. My man is there.
Okay.
Go knock on the door and tell him that you're here to shoot the video. I already gave him the heads up.
Okay.
Sounds fishy. So I go up the elevator.
With the strap.
No strap. Go to the hotel room. I got shit like bottles of empty bottles of Dom Perignon and like vodka and like cameras. I knock on the door. The door opens. It's my fucking cousin.
Oh my God.
You can't make this up. It's my fucking cousin. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, yo, I'm here to shoot the video. He was like, yo, bro, no funny shit. She told me I wasn't even going to let y'all in, but then I looked through the peephole and saw you. He was like, what the fuck? Long story short, we shoot the music video. Yeah. Her and my baby mother I threw her under the bus. Her and my girl at the time, they started, bonding. So they get cool. Long story short, my cousin leaves her. I bring Chris through because my girl wanted to go chill with her.
Yep.
My girl at the time wanted to go chill with her. But out of nowhere, like, she had got picked up. So she's like, hey, I really care about this girl. She seems lonely. You go hang out with her. I'm like, I go hang out with her. So I'm like, this sounds like a setup.
Yeah.
I'm bringing Chris and niggas with me.
Facts.
We go upstairs, open up the door. Chris, describe what you saw.
Well, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, she was naked, but only from the waist down.
No, she was butt naked.
Oh, she was butt naked.
She was just butt naked.
Oh, I thought, didn't she have a little top on?
No, I think she had a cover.
Oh.
I think she grabbed the cover, but she was hugging us.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And Chris looks at me like, what the fuck is going on?
But no, that's not the only thing I see, though. Because he's telling me all of this about her as I'm going there. Because I don't know what the fuck to expect. I see her suitcase. It got mad dildos in it. I was like, I said, oh, this is real.
That was for Mr. Gray. Mr. Gray there was a guy that she used to see named Mr. Gray. And, he would pay for those.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're all hanging out. She's buying us pizza. She's treating us. She just likes the company.
Exactly.
She's like, yo, can we go get some drugs? She had to pay to get a cell phone back that somebody stole from her. She gave him $200 for the phone, and it came back with no SIM card in it, which was hilarious.
Because she's clearly not that,
Yeah, and so long story short, she and I, we develop, a business relationship. So she just likes the protection. She's like, yo, listen, you drive. You're smart, you're young, and, you can beat a nigga ass.
Yep.
What else do I need? You get 80%. Oh, shit, I'm with it.
Yep.
So we're driving from Fishkill to Yonkers.
Sounded good.
It was cool at first, bro, because half the time, like, she had pretty good clientele. Half of the time, a dude would come through, and he would get his own room. So I'd be in a whole separate room watching Forrest Gump. And yeah, she would be doing what she do, come back, give me the money, get in the shower. It was really like a ill process, dog. It was like a lot of the times, like, these dudes would come through and pay for like a whole hour.
Yep.
And nut in 5 minutes, and they would get angry.
Yep.
So my job was to be in the bathroom while this was happening, and if they don't want to leave, I just bang on the door. The thought of them realizing they're not alone would just make them scatter out the room. I wouldn't even have to put hands on anybody. So yeah, she definitely came to me. She was like 35. I was like 19.
Yep.
And she made me her pimp.
Yeah.
It was the craziest shit in the fucking world.
Wow.
And it was some of the easiest yet scariest money you could ever make. Because on one hand, you just sitting around making some bread.
Yeah.
By doing nothing. But the scariest part about pimping is you never know who's on the other side of that fucking door.
Nope.
You don't know who's going to come through. You don't know what the issue is going to be.
It could be Eric Adams.
It could be Eric Adams on the other side of that
Eric
door.
Adams.
You know what I mean?
Right after he gave a speech.
Yeah.
Fresh out of City Hall.
It could be the federal. And like my favorite part about this job was the different things that guys were into. Like one guy used to make her pay. He used to pay her to wear a certain pair of socks for like 2-3 days straight and not wash her feet and put them in his face. Like all the big money is like not sex. It's it's this kinks. One dude used to pay her to brush her hair. I'm serious, bro. Like this shit is different, son. I saw a lot of crazy fucking things. Like, yo, one time there was a guy that had a wife who was terminally ill with cancer. Yeah. And he would come see her when he was on her medicine runs. And she would be calling, like, are you coming back with the medicine yet? And he's just giving her back shots. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there would be... But anyway, there's this one particular night. Yeah. This one particular night, she had a nigga that was up north. He was in jail. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's funny, like... I guess he might have probably been, like, her first pimp that, like, she, like, forever was going to hold down. Like, she got the nigga name tattooed on him, all types of good shit.
Oh, so, wow.
She's like, yo, I need you to take me to the Bronx from Fishkill to fucking, I got to get on the... Oh, she had to get on the bus to go, like, 7 hours up north to go on a visit and bring him some work. You know what I'm saying? Statute of limitations is up on this shit. So, I take her to New Rochelle. No, first we go to Yonkers.
Oh, okay.
Everything's going great. I done made a couple $100. We go to Yonkers. No trauma yet. We go to Yonkers. Yeah. She's like, yo, look, I need to get high. Ooh. Now, mind you, I'm in my grandma's car. So I'm driving. I'm like, yo, you can't get high in the car. Right. I'm thinking it's just weed. Bro, she goes and picks up PCP. She goes and gets some PCP. She rolls up and she starts smoking in the car. I say, yo.
And then she's listening. She rolls up in the car. She's listening to "Dead Wrong" by Biggie Smalls. Like this is crazy.
Yo, I'm like, yo. She's like, I'll blow it out the window. I'm such a pushover at the time. I'm like, okay. You know what I mean?
It just does.
It just does.
It just leak.
She gets dusted, right? And we're driving down fucking, like, I think it was either Yonkers Ave or, like, it's like a very, like, it's a very busy street, and she's leaning out the fucking window. I'm like, yo, you're wildin', son. Like, you're really bugging.
She was on that Silk Sonic. Smoking out the window.
So, I'm like, yo, look, where are we going? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she's directing me now.
Dusted out the window.
We're stuck in motherfucking Yonkers. So I'm like, yo, where are we going? Where are we going? I have to have this car back before the sun is up. You know what I'm saying? She starts giving me directions. We end up in fucking New Rochelle. But she had somewhere that she wanted to go. So she goes and stops by. She goes and picks up all these fucking suitcases. And now she got a bunch of suitcases in my back seat.
Yep.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, yo, we need to make the loonies. So if you don't know what loonies are, that's what the girls shoving their ass to bring the drugs up north. So we're sitting there making loonies in my grandma's car with 4 fucking suitcases in the back in the middle of New Rochelle at like 3 a.m.
Yep.
Right? She's so dusted, she loses track of time. She's like, holy shit, the bus comes in 15 minutes. Drive! Bro, we speed off driving. We finally get down to like 149th Street. She misses the bus. Yeah. So now I'm already tired. I'm like, yo, look, you got me driving you to fucking the Bronx. I thought we were making money in Fishkill. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We done went to Yonkers just for you to get dusted. I found out there was no point of us even coming to Yonkers other than you to get dusted. We ended up sitting on a corner in New Rochelle for like 3 hours. Oh, and now we're in the Bronx and you missed your motherfucking bus. You know what she tries to tell me? All right, I need you to drive me up north. What do you mean drive up north? She's like, I need you to take... Don't worry, it's only like 4 or 5 hours. You'll be back. Bitch, no, I'm not driving up north. And like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
She's like, yo, you're gonna drive me up north. You're gonna drive me up north. Mind you, she's dusted. Just repeating herself. You're gonna drive me up north. You're gonna drive. We gotta go. We got Bachi. We got Frank. We gotta go. We gotta go. I'm driving her to different hotels. Yo, go check in here.
Yep.
Go check in here. Go check in here. Check this out. She's banned from every hotel from Yonkers to the Bronx. I can't make this up. Every hotel we walk into, they're like, not you. Bro, I can't lie. I cannot, bro. If I'm lying, may God strike me right down. We can't find her a hotel. Wild. We're in the car going back and forth. Now, mind you, she's a gangster bitch. Oh. This is why my pimping was unsuccessful. Because you know how they say you got to just slap a bitch? Yeah. You ain't just slapping this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. The last pimp that slapped her got hit in the head with a hammer the next morning from some random dude knocking on his door. Yep. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going on? How am I going to do this? So she's dusted, mind you. So she's a little gullible. We're driving through the Bronx. You're going to take me up north. You're going to take me up north. Bachi, I'm not getting out this car. You're going to take me up north. So you know what I do, Chris. I say, yo, you want me to drive you up north? Yep. You see that nigga right there? Go ask him what direction we got to go. Only a dusted person would believe it. She said, all right. Yep. She gets out the car. Bro. I jump out the car. Yep. Open up the back door. Start throwing the luggage. As I'm throwing the luggage, she's like, Frank. What are you doing, Frank? Just throwing it. Frank! Slam the doors. Start driving off, bro. She's already close to the car. She's chasing after it. She's gonna get to me. Frank! Yo, my nigga. You know there's no right and red on the Bronx, right? Yep. It's a red light. I ran right through ran right through that shit, son. And
stop playing.
I'm sorry, that was a long story, but I think that was probably the greatest, most craziest time a woman has ever overstayed her welcome.
Yeah,
I get in the fucking driveway at 5 a.m. The sun's coming up. Got my car back in time for my grandma.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that there was a Puerto Rican prostitute smoking dust in the front seat from the night before.
She would be proud.
She'd be so proud. Business is fucking usual, man.
Oh, man. You know what? I was just about to say, man, that's crazy. 2, if anyone's not going to know when it's time to leave, it'd be a prostitute. At least when you're a pimp. At least from that angle, right? So, but that actually raises a great segue, right? Because we were talking about Mr. Gray, and that, like I said, that raises one of the best subjects to talk about in terms of this next topic we're about to get into. The topic that I want to talk about is, what would you do, or how do you react to a kink or a fetish that your girl has that you just not with? Because it's like, I know, because that's the thing, right? When guys go to a prostitute, right, to get stuff like that done, it's because their wife or their main chick or whatever ain't with it. Most times.
I think that's actually kind of more common because guys pretty much will do anything their girl want them to do.
Yeah, well...
What is it? Yeah. I mean, for the most part, what is it... Like... Yeah. What was one of the craziest things that you or someone you knew was into that they girl just not into? Like, they're just not gonna do?
Probably fucking dudes, weirdly enough. No, I'm so serious. Weirdly enough, like, and this is true, right? A lot of women who are bisexual have a problem with dudes that are bisexual. And that's something that I've noticed. It's kind of weird.
Mind you, you're talking about someone else, because the way I set that up is I asked you first.
Yes, of course. So, well, I'm talking about there's multiple women that I've asked. There's multiple bisexual women that I've asked. And they're like, and they've even said it, like, listen, I know it's hypocritical. Don't ask me, like, to explain why I feel this way, the way I do, but women have said that. Bisexual women have said that they cannot mess with a guy that's bisexual. I'm thinking that's an ego thing, right? Because I'm thinking that, like, it's one thing if your guy cheats on you with a girl. It's another thing when a guy cheats on you with another guy. And I don't think that a lot of women would be able to handle that.
What if it's not cheating? Like, how do you think generally a woman's gonna handle, yo, let's suck this nigga dick together?
Smoking out the window.
You suck the balls, cause I'm not into that.
All right,
I'm all shaft.
Listen, I'm a ball guy. All right. Imagine explaining that to your chick. I'm a ball guy.
No, for real. I've heard that too, and I think it's because
you heard I'm a ball guy.
No. I've heard women say that they would feel so super crazy if their guy was in the guys. But obviously they're in the guys. So it's like, I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know what it is. I think it's because, I don't know, maybe that women on women just fucking looks cooler. I'm going to be real with you. Like, women are like, more beautiful creatures than men.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, a woman and a woman, like, I don't know, I'm about to get in trouble. But, like, I think in their mind, that's kind of what it is. I don't know. What is it?
Well, no, because the weird thing is, right, because girls will say that, but a lot of girls will also admit to watching gay porn. So they have no problem seeing two dudes interact. They clearly don't have a problem seeing two guys. I heard, and I'm sure you've heard that as well, right?
No.
What? I've heard a bunch of women say that they have watched gay porn.
I haven't.
Well, maybe
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm disgusting and I ask women these questions. That's the problem. Like, I'm actually curious because I'm actually curious in the type of pornography that women watch.
Me too. But they always like to like fucking downplay it.
Yeah, exactly.
They really like to downplay.
Yeah, they
that's
do.
One of those things.
They do.
It's like,
well, it's a cultural stigma around it. I don't want to be seen as promiscuous.
No, you know what I think it is?
Yeah.
Women, y'all say that men jerk off and watch porn like too much. No, y'all just have the better toys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. If we had some of the toys that these women have, I don't think we'd be so much into the porn. Like, the toys they got are so fucking high powered. They can't even keep their eyes open to watch the screen.
Well, no. I'm not even gonna say that because, like I said, I messed with a girl who had a fleshlight. We already talked about this. Check out one of our past episodes. It's very funny if you want to hear that story. But the thing is, it's not that guys don't have better toys. It's that like when women see our toys, we get judged for it. Like, like a woman is judging a nigga that got a fleshlight. You see a girl with a whole bunch of vibrators. Most niggas isn't going to. Like, and that's what I've started doing to girls. When I go into your room and I see way too many vibrators, I'm like, yo, is your clit like decimated? Like, is your clit like flat? Like, from all the vibration? I immediately go into jokes because I'm like, nah, because that's the fact of the matter is that if a woman walked into a guy's crib, found a fleshlight, found even like a cock ring, even though you need a woman in order to actually fully utilize a cock ring, a woman is going to look at you like, ew, nigga, you got a cock ring? It's like, yeah. I like to fuck women. And I like my balls to vibrate while I'm fucking them. Like, that's a perfectly rational explanation. Like, yeah, like, cock rings, they make me feel good. They make you feel good. Like, it's a...
Well, even then, I still think they got the better toys. They can get something this fucking big that gets them off.
That's a fact.
We got to find a place to hide
we gotta,
the ass.
Exactly. We got to get a whole fake bitch. Put it in a closet.
We gotta hide a body. Like, how am I supposed to clean that? How am I supposed to clean that? I gotta fit an ass into the sink.
Why I gotta? Yo, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta put her in the shower and actually bathe her. Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think is like the weirdest thing you've ever been into that like a woman wasn't into?
The weirdest thing that I've been into that a woman wasn't into?
Because women be doing whatever you ask them to for the most part.
I think one of the weirdest things that I asked a woman to do, and she was kind of like, no.
I can't wait.
I asked her to grow her pubes out. So like she can cut it into a certain shape or something.
What shape?
I think I asked for like something crazy. I think I asked for like a Jewish star.
That's another thing. Yo, women, why are y'all so anti-pubes? Why are y'all so anti-pubes? Because here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't want a bush.
Yeah.
All right. But they get crazy.
I want some turf.
Yeah, they get a little crazy about like...
Hey, surf and turf. Hey.
Ew, actually.
I want some surf and turf.
But It's like, yo, you ever go to make love to your girl or something, and then it's like she just started growing in like that 5 o'clock shadow, and she's like, don't look, it's in there. It's like, yo, I would like to know I'm not
It's
fucking
like, yo, I haven't
a teenager.
Yeah,
like I would like to
have-
see some hair.
I have
like,
no
you know?
problem with pussy stubble. Like,
Yeah,
the
like-
problem is y'all girls don't know the difference. Y'all think pussy stubble also includes lumberjack.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
and it don't. Like,
It fucking doesn't. Like, unless
Turn
y'all
up.
get that, the only thing they will deal with is like the landing strip, and it's
yeah,
like, yo, come
that's
on,
so
man.
that's so regular.
That's so regular, and it's
That's
just it's stupid.
That's what I thought, man. Start David. I think that would be great.
Yeah,
Mad
would-
creative.
that
Because
would
you
be
got to
fire.
do the insides too. And I'm like, yo, listen, I don't care if you do it or you go to someone to get it, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
I would take a heart. I would take like a clover. I would take any shape. Because I would see like, just don't dye it. Because that's when I'm going to be like, all right, this is
Yo,
Dottler
that's
10. This is
hilarious.
Dottler 10. I don't care how judgmental.
You don't want just me to see this.
Yeah,
like, there's no way.
exactly. No, cut that out. Cut
I've
that
never
out.
had like a fetish that was so crazy that a woman didn't want to do it. I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
Really?
you know, yeah, no, I've had I mean, obviously, like men are kind of nasty.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've had women prejudge certain things until they got to know me. Like I've had women that didn't want me to put my feet on them while we were cuddling or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Wait, your feet on them?
yeah, like just on some regular shit, like,
Okay.
you know, like, not that I'm like, that's my thing, like, let me rub my feet on you.
I'm not-
But, like,
I'm not gonna
my
lie.
current girl, she punched my foot the first time I put it on her, I guess because her last nigga had some nasty feet.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I'm like, well, look,
Trauma.
you know what I mean? And, but I think the funniest thing that, like,
Yeah.
the number one, like, yo, you're not doing this is like, yo, I pee in the shower, man. If you in the shower, like, I'm not saying I
okay.
want to pee on you, but you're gonna catch some of this.
Yeah, you're gonna catch
sorry,
a little.
you're gonna catch
you're
some
gonna
of
catch
this.
a little bit of the yellow splash.
Yeah,
right?
and they not with it.
No.
They like, yo, you're gonna get out and you're gonna pee in the toilet.
Yeah. No.
you know.
I would. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I would never do that with. I'll always say to a girl, like, let me get myself a little wet and let me get that temperature so I can just go and pee. Like, cause I'll do that by myself. Like, I'll do that by myself. I don't like to do that in front of if I'm with a chick. Like,
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
Because it's at that point it's just like, come on, bro. Like, it's, you know what it is. Imagine if there was no like block in the urinal in the men's. Like, it was just one big
Nah,
trout.
I'ma keep it
It's
100.
like, yo, stop touching my elbows, man.
I'm gonna keep it on. It's kind of a power thing with me. Like, you're gonna stand here and take this pee. You're gonna take this pee. Cause it's like, yo, you wanna stand in front of the little fucking faucet that's on the floor, I'm gonna pee on you. I'm sorry. And that's always been a no-go. It's like, she's always like, no, it's not happening. I'm like, all right, let's get this clear, right? How much do you really not love me then? like, because it's like, you already in water.
You can't deal. First off, here's my thing, and maybe you'll agree with me. It's like, yo, shorty, you can deal with my semen, but you can't deal with my pee. You can't deal with my pee, though.
And it's like, I don't want to pee on you. I just don't want to inconvenience myself.
Well,
you know
my
what
thing.
I mean?
Well, my thing is this: is like, but I'll be wanting to come on you, and like you be letting that rock. So it's like, how is the semen?
And then they be like, well, would you like it if I did it to you? And I'm like, no. Because women pee weird. You ever watch no, fuck that. You ever watch a woman pee?
Word.
Like, a man's pee comes out like, you know what I'm saying?
Word up.
A woman pee, that shit is like, whoosh. Like, that shit is fucking, I don't want to watch you pee. I don't want to hear you pee. I don't want to be around when you pee. That shit is weird,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna hold you. When you having a conversation with a girl and she peeing and like she's just like, don't look at me. It's like, y'all know it. It's like, y'all know it too. She be like, don't look at me. I'm like, nah.
That shit is weird.
I was like, nah. This shit is because it's like I have aim. Like,
Yeah.
like
Your pee sound thunderous. Bitches pee be sounding thunderous, son. This
is why, yeah, I don't know, and that's the thing. Like, there's a whole functionality for us to just hold our shit in. Like, with girls, I don't know how y'all be holding y'all shit in, because that shit seem difficult.
That shit seem like it's like holding back the floodgates. But yo, before we started the pod, Chris was in here.
Yeah.
And all I heard from afar was, bitch, I ain't giving you no money. So I said, what happened?
Man.
Tell the story, man.
Yo, man, some random chick hit me up on Instagram, and I'm sure this happens to other guys too. Like, I'm not the only nigga that this can happen. I just have a very strong sense of will and sense of self and sense of thought. So when she hits me up, she's just like, hey, I'm like, hi, like, is there a reason why you hitting me up? She's just like, hey, I'm wondering if you could send me money for food. I'm starving. Now, I'm thinking two things, right? One, I know for a fact you're not like a teen. You're a grown woman. Like, you're a grown woman and you're asking a man for food. That's crazy.
Super crazy. Even in this economy.
Even in this economy, that's crazy. 2, you don't seem prepared to suck any dick for this food. So that's even crazier. Like, I'm like, I know you're not seriously trying to get food from a man and you're not even thinking about draining the balls. Like, yo, what? That's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. That's outlandishly crazy that you would think that you could just hit up a random man. Like, women are getting real bold. Y'all getting real bold. Y'all looking for sugar daddies, don't want to give up no sugar. Y'all getting real bold out here, and I'm here to tell you, it's not no. You talking to a different type of nigga. I've traveled internationally. Like, you talking to a different nigga. Like,
I look too good for this.
No.
Sorry.
Facts.
The niggas is paying can't get none.
That's a whole fact. So cut it out. Cut it out, ladies. All right.
So she said. So did you get to the part of where she said she was located?
Oh yeah. Well, she said
that. This is what made this is like the key point of the story that I wanted to get across. Like,
she said that she was from South Dakota. That's one.
Red
right?
flag number one.
That's red flag. Anyone from the Midwest, red flag. And she also said that she had to go to commissionary. If I gave her money, she would go to commissionary.
Commissary?
And I'm like, not commissary, commissionary. Because
where was she located?
Because she was in the military base. She's at a military base, my guy. She was at the military base, so she's saying...
she hit you up and said, can I have money for commissionary? I'm on the naval base.
Like, no, she's not in the naval base. No, she's in the army. But my whole thing is like, I know they're not going to let you starve, bitch.
Hold on, that's fucking... Yo, son, this shit had me befuddled.
Yeah.
Think about that sentence. Hey, guy I just met, can I have money to eat on the army base? She said, like, don't make me lose all faith in my country because you want $20.
Well, and this is my whole thing. It's just like you like my tax paying money already goes to already feed you. At this point, if you want something extra, you're going to have to drain some balls.
Yo, but here's the thing. It turns into this is where I wanted to lead us to, right?
Yeah, of course.
What is the craziest lie you've said to a woman to get some money?
Ooh, the craziest lie that I've ever said to a woman to get some money.
I'll tell you mine.
Mine is very short. I'm like,
mine is too. So
my craziest lie that I've ever said to a woman to get some money is like, hey, give me this $50 for this eighth. I'll come back. Easy.
So what, you was at her crib?
Easy. Oh yeah.
And you was like, yo, give me money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go get
it.
You didn't come back?
No.
Nah, you got it, son.
No.
You got it, son.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, you got it, son.
Yeah, man.
Because already she's paying you to smoke.
Toxic boys.
And then second of all, you didn't come back.
For
and
life.
The eighth is not $50.
And I already hit
it. Yo, nah, you different. You got that one. Mine was, I had a woman that wanted to see me perform. And I kind of feel bad for her in hindsight. Because I was a dickhead. But I told her, yo, listen. You can come see me perform like 2 weeks from now. I got a show. She's like, all right, cool. I called her back. I said, yo, you know that showcase that you wanted to come to? Yeah, nah. Yo, I'm $150 short, and you know, if I don't get it, there is no show. And she fucking gave it to me.
So you basically hit her with that, hey, listen, bitch, you know how I told you I was going to be a famous rapper one day? Alright, well, this is where you come in, bitch.
Exactly $150.
Or else I ain't gonna get nothing. I ain't gonna see DMX. I ain't gonna be able to perform for Tory Lanez, and we going nowhere, bitch.
For real.
We ain't never gonna see more.
And it was funny because like a couple weeks later, she goes, you know that money you gotta pay me back, just keep it. I care about you. Which is, yo, I'm sorry. Because that's fucked up to her. But at the same time, I'm sitting there going, you thought you was getting that back?
My God. Charge that to the
But game. I knew what it was when her fucking boyfriend was so-called locked up and needed money to get bail, but was able to be on the phone begging for it for 3 hours. I said, yo, he's not in jail.
He's not in jail.
I know the Valhalla phone number. Yeah, that's not it.
He's not in jail.
He is not in jail.
He is at a thought's house.
And that nigga's a bitch. I know him. He wouldn't be able to get the phone this late. Like, seriously. If it was 2 p.m., like, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't getting the phone at 10 o'clock.
That is hilarious.
I said, what time is it? 11? Hang up. They supposed to be they supposed to be locked down.
Yeah, exactly. They're supposed to be inside in their cells.
Yeah,
they're not allowed to use this phone at this time.
Thought this was, son?
You think these niggas can use DoorDash?
Nah, seriously, it's over. It's over. Like it's not happening.
Oh,
and
man.
like, yo, another thing, right? Let me tell y'all something, man. I've been seeing some crazy shit. I know y'all.
Yep.
I know it's a rough economy for some of y'all ladies, right?
It's rough.
It's rough for us too. I want to say y'all ladies. Excuse me.
Yeah,
we love the women, but hold out on the BBL till you get your money, son.
Oh man,
there's a new phenomenon going around.
Yep. Talk about
fucked up BBLs.
Ooh,
right?
The botched BBL.
And I've seen a lot of botched BBLs. I've seen the messed up ass. I've seen the rocky one. I've seen it. This is a whole new thing.
Really?
Women are coming off of the operation table.
Yeah.
With slanted butt cracks.
Slanted butt cracks.
Women are coming off the operation table with slanted butt cracks.
That is awesome. I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, not the fact that you paid probably like what, $5,000, $6,000.
What? $5,000? Well, yeah, probably because they got the shitty one. But a proper BBL is $10,000-15,000.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Not to mention the recovery house.
And this is my whole point. $5,000-6,000, you're getting for a slanting asshole. I knew exactly what price a slanted asshole costs. That's $2,500 a cheek. That's how you get it slanted. What?
Yo, another thing too is they're also coming back with like slanted nipples. Like their nipples aren't in the right place because they have to take the areola off and put it back on. I didn't even know you could take an areola off.
I didn't know you could either.
Yeah, you could customize your areola.
You can customize.
You can customize your
nipple?
areolas. Yes.
Hold on, I just gotta.
Yo,
I got a girl I got a text. Hold on. All right, continue. I just got a text.
Nah, I'm just saying, man. I just want to put that PSA out there, man. Like I know a lot of y'all trying to get chose, man. But if you make it off the table, you might come back with a slanted butt crack.
Okay, she is gonna be excited. Yeah. So apparently you can choose your nipple, like build a bitch. That's crazy.
Nah, man. Like yo, this fucked up nipples. The asses is getting fucking cut up like Chuck E. Cheese pizza get cut up. You know, I was just mad fucking. Bitches is getting their BBLs at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yo, they just grating your nipple like say when.
Yeah, man.
Say when.
There's a lot of surgery stuff going on. Like shout out. I don't know if we got any trans viewers, but shout out to y'all, man. But there's this one nigga. Like this one nigga was really wilding. Like he said that he was a trans woman. Yeah. But he still had his dick. He went to a jail where they put him with the women, and he got 2 girls pregnant.
Really? Yes. Oh, yes, I heard about this. Not surprised that it happened in Jersey, of all prisons.
Oh, it happened in Jersey?
Yeah, it was in Jersey.
That's fucking crazy.
That is in New Jersey.
There's been a lot of, like, just jail news. Like the world is starting to really, like, be infatuated with jail the same way, like, niggas from the hood are. Like, I saw, like, this shit that's going crazy where the CO was fucking with the inmate.
Yes.
And she broke him out of jail.
Oh.
And then they were on the run, got in a car crash, and she died. Now he's in hot water.
Was the Vicky White and Casey
and
Vicky White? Yeah, Casey White and Vicky White. Yeah.
You just led me right to where I wanted us to go.
Yeah.
You know that the case is about to get big when they start using names.
Oh yeah.
Like when it goes from a headline to Casey Vicky, like And Chris, you know this, like I know this. Let me tell y'all something, white folks. And by I don't mean white. Hood white. I'm talking about the whites that are up writing these articles.
The whites that don't know.
Yeah. This is not news to niggas. Niggas been fucking COs.
This is a very common thing.
Very common. Maybe not the whole jailbreak, but this is very common. Like, I don't know if y'all know. COs be fucking for cartons of cigarettes in jail.
Yep. Very true.
And which is kind of crazy because it's like you free.
Yeah, exactly. You can literally just go and buy a carton.
And that kind of like brings it to like a point I wanted to bring to you, Chris. It's like everybody got a work bay. Everybody got a work bay, son.
Oh man, nah, that's a whole fact. I feel like that's such a conflict of interest though, but at the same time, I know a lot of women, like if you're a male CEO and there's a woman, like I know women are attracted to a lot of times to that power dynamic. So at the same time, it's like, and especially if you're a woman who's a felon who loves a nigga in uniform, like that's kind of an easy sell.
Who loves a nigga in uniform? Yo, you got it, son.
That's an easy sell.
You got it. I love a man in uniform.
I'm just saying.
And Patakis, apparently.
Yo,
you got a good point.
Had to give her the nightstick.
You got a good point. Because I'm not gonna lie, like. You know, a male CO in an all-female prison, that might be a lot of temptation for him, too.
I'd imagine. Yeah, I'd imagine. Because, listen, I know a lot of chicks in the hood, and I'm not particularly fond of hood women, But there are some that, even though I know they'd stab me, if she wanted me to fuck, I probably would. I'm not gonna say no. Like, because a lot of hood chicks, weirdly enough, a lot of hood chicks got game. So they actually know how to talk to a guy in a way. It's just like, oh, okay, like I could actually, like, you know, fuck you and have brunch with you.
Only thing is, like, the male CO's price would be a lot lower than a carton of cigarettes. Girl be like, yo,
definitely,
I'm trying to get some dick. You be like, all right, let me get one of them ring dings.
You got soup cups? You got soup cups?
Forgot to pack my lunch. Like, but nah.
The missus is tripping.
Nah, but I knew a nigga in jail. He used to tell me, like, yo, he would slip a CO a pack of cigarettes and she'd touch him through the little, you know, bars.
Word?
Yeah, it was true shit.
Wow.
True shit, man. This shit is not news.
Fondle the sack.
Fondle the sack. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
Cradle the gravy.
I just think it's crazy fucking for soups and cigarettes and shit. Like, that's kind of crazy now.
I mean, at the same time, though, it's like, it's crazy, like, fucking for freedom. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking for freedom? Yo. Word. That's wild. And, you know, now that I think about it, there are a lot of, like, prison-themed porns. Like, there's a lot. That's a very common premise.
There ain't enough.
Yeah.
Seen all of them.
Well, I've seen all of them. There ain't enough because the real thing is so much better, buddy. Matter of fact, that reminds me of that episode of what was it? Remember they had that show where they had like fake inmates, or they had cops that were playing inmates, and they had to survive in there for
60 days in.
Yeah, 60 days
but
in.
It wasn't just cops; it was regular people.
It was regular people.
Show.
But some of the people were like trainee cops. And remember the chick that actually fell in love with one of the inmates, and she ended up snitching on herself.
Oh wow, no, I don't.
Yo, bro, it was crazy. Yeah, it was this light skinned black chick who had ended up falling in love with some Latina chick, and she ended up telling her. She ended up telling the Latina chick, which just goes to show, women, y'all are not better at lying. Y'all not. Because even when y'all life and your career is on it, and it's some shit that you know is illegal, you gonna be honest? Nah.
I think,
nah.
Like, what I learned from the Casey Vicky story, too, is that it's like, yo, a woman really just wants to be, you know, paid attention to, talked to. Yeah. Because it's like, yo, that shorty had a good job. Yeah. Like, a lot of the times, niggas think that women fuck for, like, status. They don't. Because,
a lot of women fuck for thrill. They like that Bonnie and Clyde shit. They like that shit. They like the the Bonnie and Clyde. They like that struggle shit. That's why, like, even and we're gonna get to this in a little bit, but rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. But he used to always talk about how.
Let's get to it now. Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, let's get into it. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, man. Very influential image consultant on YouTube. You know, dating advisor, if you even want to call him that. But he had a lot of very strong opinions on dating in the black community. And man, he was a treasure, man. He reminded me a lot of my father and the way that he would teach me lessons. And a man's not supposed to teach you lessons softly. He's not supposed to speak to you softly when he's doing it. He's not supposed to cuddle you after. No, he's supposed to tell you, and then when you do the dumb shit, he's gonna tell you again, and he's gonna tell you why you were stupid when you did it. And I appreciate stuff like that. I think that's missing from the black community a lot, and I think a lot of people could have learned from Kevin Samuels if they weren't so fucking butthurt about how the message was coming across.
And if you're over 50, stop fucking these BBL girls, because that's what really influenced that heart attack. The picture leaked of her. I'm like, well, yeah. I see why he was fucking out of breath. Mm-hmm. But continue.
Yeah, man. But Kevin Samuels, he had talked about how guys who had really high-paying jobs, like six-figure jobs, was dope boys on the side. And the reason why they were dope boys on the side is because women found that shit exciting. And it's just like, bro, first off, listen. If you're going to sell dope, do it for yourself. Don't ever do it for a check. Do it for the bag. Do it because the money's quick and lucrative. Don't do it and you don't have to pay taxes on it. Don't do it because you're trying to impress a girl. That's how you get caught up. That's always how you get caught up.
Yeah, straight up.
Because she'll set you up.
And just that, you already in the field of letting people know what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know, but but I can see how certain dynamics work that way. But it's usually with some trashy ass women. Because I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, there's a lot of women out there that are fucking with the dude that has a regular job. He's a manager at fucking
Shout out
Best
to y'all.
Buy, and,
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to
but
y'all.
I've also been in Miami where a girl has literally walked up to me and said, "Are you a scammer?" And I said no, and she goes, "I wish you were."
And
I thought about scamming.
And that's I know.
And women have so much influence. I was already there with a girl that looked equally good.
Yeah.
We just had split up, but I thought about
he
scamming.
Contemplated, and that's
and I didn't have to scam to get the other one. So it's like
exactly. So it's like, if I don't have to scam to get a girl that's equally as attractive as you, like, why would I risk it? That's where
but sadly I risked it. I started scamming after that. Next time I was in Miami, it was because of identities.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens.
Listen,
man. So be careful out there what influence you put on each other.
Granted, he was young at the time.
Because you want to know what? Women might influence dudes to be drug dealers and scammers in certain cases, but we influence them to get slanted butt cracks. Yeah. we influence them to get slanted butt cracks and uneven areolas. So
I influence all my women to be whores. All of them. All of them.
This motherfucker's crazy.
It doesn't matter to me.
We actually ran through this hour pretty quick, so I wanted to end with a fun one.
Yeah, man.
Chris, you were telling me about a Japanese muscle bar?
Oh, my goodness. When I go to Japan, and I plan on going to Japan before 30, I might give y'all the vlog of that, because that's going to be an interesting trip. But, man, there's this interesting phenomenon now, because fitness is becoming very big, and I appreciate that. I've been into fitness for the last 4 years, gotten my weight up, and there's a new phenomenon in Japan right now. You can look this up. They're muscle bars, and essentially there are bars. They serve you juices and alcoholic beverages, and juices like you would get at like a vegan spot, like an actual like juices, and they're very gorgeous, pretty Japanese women with muscles squeezing your juices for you. Yes,
with their bare hands.
With their bare hands. It's actually for me. For other guys, I would see why that's not their thing. As a nigga who be in the gym, I'm not gonna lie.
Not my thing.
Makes my balls tingle a little bit.
Not my
because
thing.
that's some grip strength right there.
It's a great business idea though, because you want to know why. It's like not only are they the bartenders, but they can be security too.
Exactly. Like,
you know what that made me want to ask though?
Yeah.
Like, what's your dream theme for a bar? We've already done strip clubs. Like, what's your dream theme for a bar?
Ooh, my dream theme for a bar, right? Ooh, this is a good one, right? This is how you know I've thought about this. My dream theme for a bar is a bar that you enter that's set up like a board game. So you would walk in, they would give you like a piece that represents you or something like that, and you'd have to roll the dice, and depending on how you roll the dice, you would move along a set of lit up paths, and some of these lit up paths have stools on them, right? And you can sit at a certain bar, and you would drink at that certain bar, and you can only get a certain type of drink. And if you're sick of that drink or you don't want that drink, just roll the dice again. So if you landed on a rum space, but you in the mood of tequila, just roll the dice again until you get to that space. Like, yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, let me think. If I had to think of my own...
Right? I think that's pretty damn cool.
No, that's really cool.
Right? I think that'd be pretty cool.
I got a couple ideas. Like, I think one of my favorite themes would
Do not steal that shit. Nobody steal that fucking idea.
They're gonna steal it.
I know they're gonna fucking steal it.
They're gonna steal it.
It's such a good idea, though.
And niggas ain't gonna make it around the board either. They're gonna be too fucked up.
I know.
But, I had a whiskey cappuccino at Nobu one time.
Ooh.
And it was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
But like the consistency of it wasn't like a drink. It was more like it came with a spoon.
Yeah, like a frosty.
Kind of. Just like, a little more
less icy. Yeah,
less icy, more like truffly. It was more like a truffle ice cream kind of thing.
Okay.
It's a whiskey cappuccino. And I would just like a whole barista coffee spot themed bar, like a whole type of, like, I hate how the bar has like the stool that you sit at. I like how when you go in the coffee spot, like they'll have like lounge areas set up like that, and that's kind of how I want to do it. Either that or I want like like a bar slash hookah spot that looks like an old Japanese like opium den.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's beds. Like, you
make this shit look like Carter?
Yeah, like, you can sleep there for 4 days if you want to.
What's that shit in New Jersey? The Enterprise. That's what they call it. The Enterprise.
Yeah, some along those lines. Like, I like the idea of, like, lounging. Like, we went to one spot where we're not going to give the name because we don't want to make it hot, but there was a spot where there was a pool, and on the pool side, instead of, like, pool chairs, it was beds.
Yeah.
And I
real
found
like
that
nice
dope.
cabanas.
It was cabanas with beds in it, and it was dope because you had your tray, and like you could go kind of just set up your area to like lay down. Like, and I like that. I like the idea of, like, I hate being uncomfortable. Like when you're in your house, you're not gonna be sitting on a stool drinking.
Exactly. You're gonna be laying down, or sitting
relaxing.
on it. Yeah, relaxing on something.
You know, another idea I got for a theme of a bar
that's
is like a bar where it's set up like almost like a food festival.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where like each spot's like, all right, we do whiskey, we do beer, we do, and they have different foods that go with it. So if you're drinking beer, it's gonna be like Belgian food. If you're drinking like tequila, there's gonna be tacos there. If you're drinking like Guinness and fucking and whiskey, it's gonna be like what do Irish people eat? Dirt?
Yeah. Potatoes. Saw potato shit.
Sorry.
This nigga said, what do they eat? Dirt? I mean, potatoes grow in dirt, so it's like, you're not wrong.
No, I'm actually part Irish, just to be, I can talk shit. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, right? I ain't gonna lie. If y'all season y'all potatoes, I wouldn't mind eating some nice seasoned potatoes with some Guinness, son.
Yeah, Irish people, y'all don't season shit.
At all.
Y'all don't season a goddamn
at all.
thing.
Niggas have taken potatoes from me.
I've had Irish titties in my face.
What is the black alcohol, now that I think about it?
Hennessy. Like, why are you asking that?
No, I mean like ain't no African alcohol.
No, I mean there probably are. We just don't know them because we don't actually try to seek those out. There's probably African alcohol that's imported that
would be the fire section of the spot that I'm talking about. And we might actually do this one time when we get a good enough budget.
Yeah,
set something like this up. But you know the Ray and Nephews area is gonna have some ill jerk chicken with it. That tent, I'm gonna be at that one. That's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fucking fire. Yo, think about it.
Oh my god.
The sake tent's gonna have hibachi there.
I was thinking, or sushi. Yeah, I was thinking that the sake tent would be fire. I'd be over there. I love me some sake.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
But yo, I mean, I think we kind of gave a little extra this episode. I don't mind, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, man.
This one went really fast. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. This one was just seamless, man. Because I mean, we hadn't been doing we've been doing a lot of reactions. We haven't just been able to just talk to y'all, and we like talking to y'all. Like we like talking to y'all. We like making y'all feel like y'all just chilling, having a conversation that unfortunately we would love to have y'all input on, and that's exactly why you should share, subscribe, and comment. Definitely comments, man, because we like to interact with y'all, and we can't interact through this medium, all right, but we can interact in those comment sections, man.
Facts. And I want to end this with a special RIP to my man ZK.
Ah, yes,
saying,
man.
Gone but never forgotten.